guys, welcome back to my channel, What About Babe? I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. It's Tuesday, so we're only 2 days into it. And if you're like me that works at a school some days, are you ready for school to start? I can honestly say I'm not really. I work with middle schoolers, so it's like good days and bad day, hot and cold, just like Katy Perry said. But I hope you're doing good. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Lena. This is my channel, What About Babe? And we just go through different topics, some serious, some funny, some odd. Some of the topics I've had viewers give me options. I just now realized my ring is not on. Just lost my hands. But, some topics the viewers give me in the comment section or people that I know in my everyday life, but also just topics that come off the top of my head. This is a channel that I want it to feel like we are sitting here across from each other at lunch, having a conversation or just hanging out on a Saturday night in our PJs or just having that phone call with a friend. But yeah, let's get into it. I've just been kind of in this one mindset lately, and it's probably been in the last year. But it's been happening frequently now. The topic of you grow up and you have a passion for something. Does that passion ever change? Has it changed for you? Growing up, I had different ideas of what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do as a career. And I think I've always wanted to be a teacher and help kids, help students, work in the education field. And I still to some point love it. But I think through things that you go through personally that you will never be able to look in the future and see, it just comes up, can take a toll on that passion. I think growing up, I was always leaning towards art. For the longest time, I would paint and draw, and I took classes, and I loved it. I used to oil paint. I probably still would, but living in a one-bedroom apartment, there's not a lot of ventilation. But if I took like an extra art class just randomly, I would love that. I feel like my hands would catch on very fast. But then I leaned towards being an art teacher. Well, if you're in the education field, you feel like, when you have those specials, those electives, you're so afraid that it's going to cut funding. So I went into further, but I went into the education field. And I don't know if any of the people that watch my shows are in the education field or work at a school in any way. But when COVID hit, it hit hard. And you have to adapt to the surroundings and people around you. And I think just with everything going on with me personally, and then with all that, I was getting married at the same time. So a lot of stuff. And it just got so very overwhelming that I started doing different things on the side to kind of help out. And, I was picking up photography and videography with my husband when we were dating and then engaged at the time. And, I was like, oh, I really have an act for this. I feel like this is something that I want to do. But, bills and everything, you have to do multiple things to make ends meet and get ahead and save. This, you're going through the same issues with inflation and if you're trying to buy a house and get a car and just everything. I mean, buying groceries, it's just crazy, you know. So, like, your passion, has it ever changed? Do you feel like you've changed, or has it changed? Or how do you feel about that whole situation? I mean, lately I've been in kind of, I don't want to say a rut, but I feel like I'm trying to prevent a rut. Like, I feel that I get burnt out and I'm wanting to keep my passion, but I don't think my passion is the same as everyone around me. So I'm trying to fix that, then it becoming an issue, if that makes sense. This would be the part for you to talk and give me your insight. How are you doing? Has anyone asked you today? I think when I think of that question, it gets to me because I don't think everyone gets that opportunity to answer that question. Like when you're at work, you know, are your coworkers or is your boss walking past you and go, "Hey, how's your day going?" And then just keep going? Do they listen to the answer? Or is it just, "Oh yeah, I'm good," and just keep it going? Like, how do you feel? But I feel like my passion has always been people. My passion has always been creativity and, you know, brainstorming and organization, even if it's in my own chaotic organization. And I think that's why I love taking photos and filming so much. I didn't think I would. Like, I was so terrified at first. Like, my husband was like, "Oh, well, I just need help helping. I just need help carrying equipment." I was like, "Okay, I can do that. Can you just stand back here and press record for me? I gotta handle the other stuff." Sure, not a problem. And then now it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this shoot. You're gonna do this shoot, right? And now it's like I'm doing a majority of the editing, and I'm like, we just recently was a part of the Tulsa Wedding Show. This was our second time, and it was a blast. There was a good half hour in the beginning, and that I was just like hanging out with some couples that came up, and it didn't feel like I was selling them something. I felt like I was just standing there having conversation with old friends that I just met, asking them about their day, introducing ourselves, explaining what we do, and I could hear the passion coming out of my voice. And it's hard to say that my passion that sounded like that used to be for something else. And it makes you kind of sad because you're just like, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? Did I get up? Did I not pursue something that I should have? Or are you working really hard to something that God is telling you, hey, this job prepared you for this, but this is what I have for you. This is what I meant for you to do. And it's something you never thought you could do. You know, I didn't start this business with my husband. He started it, but I joined it. And I feel like it's ours. Like, I advertise. I am in charge of our social media. So if you follow us. But it's something that I never thought I could do, but I know that there's big things. And it's trusting, and it's so hard to trust. I was a housekeeper for 10 years, and leaving that and pushing my way through school to go to teaching, it was very, very scary because it's the unknown. Even though you prepare for it, every student's different, every school is different, every school year is different. And I think with COVID, it really hit. And so I'm not sure if my path is always going to be teaching. I think also with like trying to conceive, it's taken a toll. I didn't have breaks to kind of take time, and even still to this day, like in the process, you're just so tired. But I want this video not to be something that's like cloudy or sad or upsetting or stressing you out if you're kind of thinking about this, but I want you to know you're just not alone for someone that's confused, someone that wants more, someone that just wants answers, even though we don't feel like there are answers. I want you to know you're not alone. Like, let's sit here, let's chat. I mean, put in the comment section, tell me your name. If you want to tell me what state you're from, that's awesome. If not, that's cool. But tell me, like, do you feel like you're in the job that you're meant to be? Do you feel like you have the passion for something that you're not yet doing? What's holding you back? Because there's some stuff that's holding me back, and I'm trying to push through it, but it's hard. But let's chat in the comment section. Make sure you're being polite to others, but also, this might be a very short video. Probably not too much short. I think it's about 11 or 12 minutes. I started my timer so I can kind of like not be overwinded, but it's just the kind of thought that I'm having. And I'm just curious if anyone else thinks of it. Share your story. Also, give me topics that you want to talk about. Ask me anything. If it's uncomfortable, I will do my best. But I have other topics that I have set up, but then also I just want to hear from you. I'm wanting to get into doing some more creative stuff. You will see like my backdrop and stuff just keeps changing. There for a while, I was kind of moving my setup into another room because we were setting up for different wedding shows and just a whole bunch of craziness going on. But I'm hoping that this is kind of going to stick with how I have it. I think my husband will be on Friday's episode as our final part. I believe it's our final part of growing up in the 90s. It's going to be about restaurants that are still here or were once here in the 90s. So I hope you check back. Please like, please subscribe, and please share. It's still a little channel, but I am so happy to announce that we have 20 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.